What up, familia? It's your favorite Puerto Rican, Brooklyn, Philly, and I'm back with another message. And the song that immediately came on as I was popping this video on is Baby, I'll Do All the Things That Your Man Won't Do. You wanted red flags, not a damn parade. So there's something about that you see. No, listen. I just got to keep it 100. A lot of the times we know what it's hitting for. We act like we don't see it. But, I mean, look. It's a whole freaking parade. Come on, how didn't we see that? How didn't you see that? How didn't somebody see that? And then another red flag. What? What this say? He ain't your twin flame. He's your cautionary tale. Red flags. So this. And then he's up there saying, baby, I'll do all the things your man won't do. You know, this twin flame stuff, we have to be very careful with that. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm not no expert on none of that. I don't even want to get all into it to say it's true, it's not true. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't effing know. All I know is that you are a human being and you would know whether something that somebody is doing to you feels right or good, or it feels bad and not right and wrong, right? To use like those limited words or whatever. Like at the end of the day, if you're walking away from a conversation with any individual, whether it be friend, family, or foe, and when you walk away from that person, place, or space, you feel dejected and disrespected, I don't give a fuck what title we give it. Like, what type of time we on? Again, when I was a child, I had no real power, right? When I got disrespected by adults that was even family members or teachers or whatever, I was a child. They had the upper hand. But now I'm an adult. And I will be very, very selective about who the F I'm going to let play in my face and who I'm not going to let him play in my face anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no reason for, if you see in the red flags, right, that we act like we don't see them. This is not the only a chick or a ninja in the world. There's other people out there, right? At least with less red flags. And then you got other ninjas telling you, I'll do everything your man won't do, right? Your comfort zone is a trap. Look at that. And that's the thing, right? When things is comfortable, we don't like to make it uncomfortable, right? We like, oh, but, you know, I just was talking to a sister of it. I'm not going to mention nothing because, you know, just out of respect, the anonymity, because, you know, we're close. But she said, oh, but I know that demon. I'd rather mess with a demon I know than one that I don't. And I feel her. I understood what she was trying to explain. But that in itself is deep. Think about it. How about you also have the choice to mess with no demon the fuck at all? Because when you mess with fire, you're going to get burnt. If you're messing with somebody that you know has hurt you, you know, what they say, past behavior is a good indicator of future behavior to come. You know what they say? She say, when people show you who they are, believe them. Right? What they say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. La, 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 drama. This person keeps bringing drama into your life. Not every feeling deserves a full cast musical number. And then look, you can't vibe your way out of accountability. You know what? This ain't a pretty one. You know, if you clicked on here and you wanted to hear some flowery shit, then I guess click off. You have a choice. You know what I mean? I'm just some little old lady on the internet talking. You can click me off at any time. I'm not God or anybody. I'm just sitting here pulling the cards, and this is what's coming out. Stop blaming me. Reverse, retrograde, bad decisions, late to work, texted ex, lost keys. Yes, the retrograde is real. No, it's not responsible for all your BS. Again, this reading is about accountability. Point blank period. And you know what? I like accountability. I'm not saying it feels good. I'm not saying, you know, I'm jumping for joy for it. But I'm grateful for it because it was because of me being checked and holding myself accountable that I was able to change a lot of the effed up behavior that kept me in situations with parades of red flags. You know, at the end of the day, you know what I had to do? I had to sit there and say, hold up, the same common denominator in all these situations is me. So how could it be everybody the F else if I keep landing in the same situation and I'm the same common denominator in each situation? Well, wait a minute. Maybe it is me. Maybe I am playing a role. And that's not, listen, I'm not trying to beat nobody up. This is not what this is about. This is about accountability, for growth, for healing, so that you don't have to keep repeating the same dumb stuff, right? I don't know about nobody else, but like I said, I'm over 50 already, and I got tired, right? And I just don't want to keep repeating the same shit. I want to, if I'm going to make mistakes, I want to make new mistakes. I don't want to keep getting into the same situations and crying about it and then trying to get back out of it. For what? Confirmation, that's for somebody. You're tired. You're tired. You know, you probably was on your knees today crying out saying, I'm tired of this shit. I need a change. I need to do something different. You know? But let me tell you something. It ain't about relocating. It ain't about changing the house and all that other stuff. So I'm not saying that doesn't come with it and that doesn't help. But at the end of the day, wherever you go, you're going to take you with you. So it has to start within. And people only play in your face when you allow them. And you only allow them when you believe you deserve, you have to be treated like that. For who? For what? Since when? You was created by the Most High, by the sacred consciousness. And even if you don't believe this, the fact that you're sacred consciousness. You're unique. We need you. There's nobody else on this earth like you. So why should you take anybody's bullshit? Or less than what you deserve. You are not the main character in their story. That. How about you got your own story? How about you got your own story to tell? And I'm sure that if you tell your story, a lot of us will probably get so many blessings and healing from it. Don't make their red flags for, don't mistake their red flags for a vibe. Again, all the cards just keep saying the same thing about red flags, red flags, red. They're red flags. They're flagging. They're red. It's a warning. It's saying stay the F away. No bueno. That wasn't intuition. That was anxiety in a cape. Look. Look. I mean, like, I'm literally hearing like that's your inner self screaming like this is how it's feeling over this situation. Who the F is this person? And look, they on the stage thinking they the shit. Mira, puñeta. It's time. And then look, where's my order? The universe is not Amazon Prime. Then we do that, right? Then we go into the universe. Oh, why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing that? Like if it's a genie or, again, like Amazon Prime. Bring this in for me. Bring that in for me. Well, what are you doing? Look, and the answer is nope. Shanope. Your bank account said no before the universe did. And I'm hearing like the bank account is, unless, you know, I was going to say something else. I know these people ain't playing with your money too. I know you ain't playing in your face with your money. So your time, your honey, and your money. What we doing? And then look, you can't manifest while you're miserable. That's it. I don't know what else to tell you. The timer is about to stop in 10 minutes. I feel like I went on a 10-minute rant, but this is what it is. And the bottom line, the only one that has control over you is you. And you're worth it. You need to see you the way the divine see you, the way your ancestors see you, the way your higher self sees you. Period. There's nothing else to say after that. I mean, amen.